Matt has a main line to Jesus. Do you know that? He does. Have you ever seen him when once he gets going and starts rolling, he starts dancing around? Yeah.
I haven't. Now I'm excited to see it though.
Yeah, you get to one of those churches and they start clapping. Okay, that's Matt right there. Glad you're here. Oh, look at that, Lydia. Oh, she did her name all by herself. Good job. Ryan in Johnstown. So Ryan, let's see. Where are you now? You're in what step are you on? Last time
starting step 5, finish step 4.
you finished step 4, so you need to do a 5th step.
Yes.
You haven't done it yet. Okay, so
Nope.
we'll put down 5 for him. Excellent. Good job. Name, and I'm going to make you. Okay. We're just going through the room, figuring out who's who today and what's up with everybody. I'm Jann, alcoholic. Welcome to Newcomers Slippers Step Workshop. Glad you could be here. You're in a very different kind of meeting today. What? Yep, you're in the zone. What kind of zone? The sobriety zone. Chiara, how are you? Where are you calling from today, and how long you've been sober? You're here for AA, are you? Jan to Chiara. Howdy.
Yeah.
Where are you calling from, and how long have you been sober?
I'm calling from Omaha, Nebraska, and I've been sober for 5 months.
5 months. Okay. Welcome to Newcomers Slippers Step Workshop. Glad you're here. Let's go over and talk to Ian. Hey, Ian, how are you? Where are you calling from today, Ian? And how long are you sober? And if you don't talk to me, we kick you out of the meeting. So, because people that don't talk to me are generally Zoom bombers, unless you're passed out. And then, of course, you wouldn't be talking to anybody. Or you could be at work and the boss is looking over your shoulder. What are you doing? Molly, hey, Molly, how are you? Good golly.
Hey, hi, Jan. I'm Molly. I'm an alcoholic. I'm in Colorado, and I'm now 3 days without a drink.
That's right. And you've been to this meeting before, huh?
Yes, this is like my 3rd or 4th.
Okay, so are you ready to get started on step 1?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so we'll put step 1 for her. Perfect. Excuse me, is it called Imrita? Imrita, hi, how are you? Where are you calling from, and how long have you been sober?
I've been sober. My name is Amrita, alcoholic. I had my last drink on November 10th, 2024. And I'm currently just got a sponsor. So I'm currently supposed to be working on step 1.
Well, this is a different kind of meeting. This is your first time here, right?
Correct. And I'm in Seattle, Washington.
What's that?
I'm from Seattle, Washington.
Okay, you're in Seattle. And how many days sober are you?
70 some days. I'm not sure. I just have
70 something.
my...
Okay, then we're going to put you in the sober up room. Okay. No, take that down. She's not an ST1. She's an SU. Sober for our purposes. You only get through the steps if you come through this meeting, and we do it here. And not having sponsors outside don't really count here, because this is a class. This is Newcomers Slippers Step Workshop. We're like AA University. We're a workshop. Hey, Zoom user. So where are you calling from, and how long have you been sober? Jan to Zoom user. If you could unmute, please. Okay, so we're just about ready to go, I think. Let's see. I'm gonna set Ian up in the waiting room, and Zoom user, how's it going? Can you talk to me?
Yeah, hi, I'm Mandy. I'm a week sober.
Okay, and where are you calling from today?
New Hampshire.
Okay, New Hampshire, NH.
NH.
Good. What's
Yep.
your name? Andy, Andy.
Mandy with an M.
They wrote a
The
song.
Barry Manilow song.
Like everybody knows it. Well, not everybody, but I know it. Juan knows it. But
Thank you for welcoming me.
yeah, and I hope you're a week sober, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 week. And that's a capital M from Mandy. Okay. If you would put everything up, please. One of you guys. And then, hey, Rebecca, you want to read today? How's it going over there?
Good. Let me read.
Yeah, go right ahead.
Hi, Rebecca, alcoholic. Please follow along in the chat. Welcome to Newcomers Slippers Step Workshop. If you're new to AA or coming back, this meeting is for you. This group is exactly what the name says, a workshop. We read 6 AA books, work the steps, sponsor you, and give reading and writing assignments. We will teach you an AA program. We move right along here and people get well here. Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop is a step workshop. Unlike most AA meeting, it is not a speakers meeting nor a discussion meeting. It is more like an AA class, AA 101, AA University. You want to have the attitude of learning and do the assigned reading and writing on the steps. We will take you through the steps and AA books in short order. If you're looking for guidance and direction in an AA program, this meeting is for you. Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop on Zoom is a very unique meeting since we use the same principles AA used between 1932 and 1939. Excuse me. Everybody works in the group and moves through the 12 steps to live our lives free from alcohol and learn a new way of living. We're glad you can make it. Here is the newcomers packet for those new to AA. It has pamphlets and information about Alcoholics Anonymous. The link is right below. Security for Newcomer Slipper Step Workshop on Zoom. We have cameras and chat turned off. You can chat only with the co-hosts. We do all of the above for safety reasons. Zoom bombers try to get in, and this eliminates them. We don't allow group sharing in chat or exchange of phone numbers. This is an AA step class. Since everyone is new here, we want to protect you. Meeting verification. Here's our email for meeting confirmation. stepworkshop1@gmail.com. There's a link. For class, work, probation, court, etc. Announcements. 7th tradition. AA and this meeting is supported by your own contributions to the 7th tradition. You can make donations to @Jann-Scott in Venmo or Cash App JackFox111999. Contributions go to pay for Zoom, Boulder 1 AA, Boulder County AA, 010 AA Intergroup, and Father Terry's work. We offer free books to those in need. We spend about $350 a month every month. Suggestions donations are $1 to $2 per meeting or the price of a 12-pack of Bud, 12 ounces per month, $18.99. This group meets daily with the following formats. Monday, 12 by 12 step study. Tuesday, big book. Wednesday, as Bill sees it, Sunglass Wednesday. Thursday, Came to Believe, Dog Thursday. Friday, Cat Friday. Saturday, Living Sober. Sunday, Daily Reflections. AA Preamble. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of people who share their experience, strength, and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problems and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We're self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organization, or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. Please join me in the serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. New to this meeting, please come for 5 days to see how you like it. Then we will put you to work. This meeting is recorded with audio only for our podcast on our YouTube channel. No video pictures or names show. No one will know you're here. Our podcast is YouTube channel, Newcomers Slippers Step Workshop AA meeting. The link is right below. And finally, everyone, please introduce yourself as an alcoholic when speaking. Thank you for being here. And now, back to you, Jann, in the studio.
Okay, well, thank you, Rebecca, at the beach. Let's see, today, Matt, we read from As Bill Sees It, everybody. It's As Bill Sees It Day. And let's read, Matt, put a link up to As Bill Sees It. Then we're going to read on the topic, Matt, is amends. Type that up. And we're going to read pages 64, 70, 111, 145, 151, and that'll be enough for today. Okay, so it's 64, 70, 111, 145, 151, like the rum. Okay, and who wants to start? Who has the book? Anybody? Hold your book up. Who's got the book? The real book. Oh, everybody, incidentally, get these books. If you're coming to this class, get the books. And it's better than reading. Because when you read off of ditch, you can't underline anything. You can't make notes. Okay, Ron, fire away. You can start. Ron's going to start on page 64. Go ahead.
I'm Ron, I'm an alcoholic. Search for motives. Some of us clung to the claim that when drinking, we never hurt anybody but ourselves. Our families didn't suffer because we always paid the bills and seldom drank at home. Our business associates didn't suffer because we were usually on the job. Our reputations didn't suffer because we were certain few knew of our drinking. Those who did not would sometimes assure us that, after all, a lively bender was only a good man's fault. What real harm, therefore, had we done? No more, surely, than we could easily mend with a few casual apologies. This attitude, of course, is the end result of purposeful forgetting. It is an attitude which can be changed only by a deep and honest search of our motives and actions. And that's from the 12 and 12, page 79.
Okay, who's next? Go ahead, Stacy. Sam, we're going to ask you to
Hello,
look. Thank you.
Stacy, alcoholic. Page 70, Truth the Liberator. How truth makes us free is something that we AAs can well understand. It cut the shackles that once bound us to alcohol. It continues to release us from conflicts and miseries beyond reckoning. It banishes fear and isolation. The unity of our fellowship, the love we cherish for each other, the esteem in which the world holds us, all of these are products of the truth which, under God, we have been privileged to perceive. Just how and when we tell the truth or keep silent can often reveal the difference between genuine integrity and none at all. Step 9 emphatically cautions us against misusing the truth when it states, "We made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others." Because it points up to the fact that the truth can be used to injure as well as to heal, this valuable principle certainly has a wide-ranging application to the problem of developing integrity. From the Grapevine, August 1961.
Okay, go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Mad Alcoholic. This is number 111, Surveying the Past. We should make an accurate and really exhaustive survey of our past life as it has affected other people. In many instances, we shall find that, though the harm done others has not been great, we have nevertheless done ourselves considerable emotional injury. Then, too, damaging emotional conflicts persist below the level of consciousness, very deep, sometimes quite forgotten. Therefore, we should try hard to recall and review those past events which originally induced these conflicts and which continue to give our emotions violent twists, thus discoloring our personalities and altering our lives for the worst. We reacted more strongly to frustrations than normal people. By reliving these episodes and discussing them in strict confidence with somebody else, we can reduce their size and therefore their potency in the unconscious. That's from 12 and 12, page 79 to 80, and a letter in 1957.
Thank you. Next, go ahead.
Name and grateful to be a recovering alcoholic. This is page 145. To take responsibility. Learning how to live in the greatest peace, partnership, and brotherhood with all men and women of whatever description is a moving and fascinating adventure. But every AA has found that he can make little headway in this new adventure of living until he first backtracks and really makes an accurate and unsparing survey of the human wreckage he has left in his wake. The readiness to take the full consequences of our past acts and to take responsibility for the well-being of others at the same time is the very spirit of step 9, 12 and 12, page 77 and page 87. Thank you.
Okay, so what page are we on now?
151 is the next one.
Okay. Go ahead, Matt. You can read that.
Okay.
Thanks.
Start by forgiving. The moment we ponder a twisted or broken relationship with another person, our emotions go on the defensive. To escape looking at the wrongs we have done to another, we resentfully focus on the wrong he has done to us. Triumphantly, we seize upon his slightest misbehavior as the perfect excuse for minimizing or forgetting our own. Right here, we need to fetch ourselves up sharply. Let's remember that alcoholics are not the only ones bedeviled by sick emotions. In many instances, we are really dealing with fellow sufferers, people whose woes we have increased. If we are about to ask forgiveness for ourselves, why shouldn't we start out by forgiving them, one and all? And that's from 12 and 12, page 78.
All right. Hey, thank you, everybody, for reading. I'm Jann, alcoholic. So one thing you can know is that we read a different book almost every day. And Matt, if you would put up a list, text up the list of the books that we read and also the links. You can get them on Amazon, eBay, or whatever that free one is right there. So it's always better to have the paper version of a book for this meeting, so you can underline because this is a class, it's a workshop, and we're generally pretty busy, and there's nothing more frustrating than somebody trying to read off a Kindle or off the internet, and then they can't underline anything. They can't get any instructions on the steps. It does you no service. Plus, a book costs you about the price of a cheap bottle of wine. And it lasts permanently. So you're in Newcomers Slippers Step workshop, which is a workshop. It's a class, AA 101, AA University. And then we developed this meeting based on the early days of AA, when AA started in 1932, and Prohibition ended that year, and America got back to drinking. And these people started AA, which is this 12-step process. It teaches you how to live your life without drinking. And lo and behold, it was the first treatment for alcoholism in the history of humankind that actually worked. The hospitals similar in the 1930s, similar to the ones we have today, they could get people sober while they were there, but as soon as they left, they'd go back to drinking. And that's what happens at treatment centers. You go to a treatment center, you come home for a month or two, and then you're drinking again, and you eventually completely and totally ruin your life and or die from it. And you ruin everybody's life around you, because alcoholism, it's that way. It just kills everything in its path. So these folks in AA figured out this way, this 12-step process, how you could live your life without drinking. So that's what we do here. So if you come to this class, we'll take you through all 12 steps in about a month and a half. We give reading assignments. So listen up. We give you reading assignments. We give you writing assignments. Some cases we have calling assignments. Do the work. Show up here, do it. And I promise you, in about a month, you'll be feeling 10 times better than you were. So yeah, this is Newcomers, what? Newcomers Slippers Step Workshop. That's what it is. That's those of you who are new, that's where you've landed. So it's not like, oh, it's a discussion meeting, or I'm gonna just listen. No, it's a participatory meeting. I need to get my courtroom thing signed. Fine, we'll do that for you too. But if you're here, my suggestion to you is come to this meeting, 5 meetings in a row. So what's today? Today is Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. See how you like it, and then we'll put you to work. Like Chaz. She's 30 years sober. She came upon this meeting and she said, my God, this is amazing. I'm signing up. And she kept, or who else was here? Ron. Ron showed up 131 days ago and said, son of a bitch, this is exactly what I need. And that's kind of how it goes here. So now, let's see, what do we have here? Hey, let me just ask JSL really quick. So, hey, JSL, where are you calling from and how long have you been sober? And you're here for AA, right? Jann to JSL. What's your first name? And if you don't talk to me, we kick you out. Okay. Yeah, okay, whatever. You could just sit there. I don't give a shit. He sent me some texts earlier. So let me see here. We're going to break up into some classrooms right about now. And I think, so Jeff, if you would do the sober up room, and then what we're going to do is we're going to move those of you who are new to this meeting into the sober up room.
Okay.
And then, so Jeff, if you would move
Yep.
yourself over there. Denny,
Okay.
Matt, are you there? Denny, if you could move, or rather, Matt, if you could move Denny over there. He's going. Denny, we're going to move you into the sober up room. Who the hell else is here? Chiara, we're going to have you go to the sober up room, okay? You can go in there with Jeff. He's going to explain how this works. Molly, you're 3 days. I'm worried about you, Molly. I'm going to send you to the sober up room too, Molly, okay? And Marita, we're going to put you in the sober up room too, okay? And then let's put, Matt, we're going to put Zoom user in the sober up room, and we're going to put in JSL in the sober up room, and we're going to put, let me see, who is this? Shade, Minnesota, 4 years. Put her in the sober up room too. Okay, so all you guys go into the sober up room with Jeff, and then I think what else we're going to do is, where is Stacy? How about we'll have you go into the sober up room and help Jeff, okay? Are you good with that? Stacy, where is she? Oh, sorry. Where is Stacy? I'm going to make you a co-host, Stacy. Okay. So she's going in there. So Zoom user, we're going to move you into the sober up room. JSL, you're going into the sober up room too. And if you don't go, we're just going to remove you. Let me see here. Molly, sober up room. Oh, Mandy, sober up room. Okay. La 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 la. This is so much fun here. Mandy, sober up. Mandy, we're going to put you in the sober up room too. Okay, good. And then who else? JSL. We're going to move you in the sober up room, JSL. Oh, and let that guy in. I'm in Indiana. I've not been sober too long. That's fine. I'm barely getting started. This is good. It'll be my 13th AA meeting. Okay, JSL. So, Caitlin, you can change JSL to Indiana. So do you have, what do you have, 13 days? We're going to put you in the sober up room with Jeff. Okay? So go ahead over there. And he'll help you out. How are we doing now? So, yeah, Caitlin, he is Indiana 13, I don't know if he has 13 days, but okay, he doesn't want to move, fine. Julio, hey, are you here for the AA meeting? Where are you calling from? How long you been sober? Jann,
Hi there.
how's it going? So are you here for AA and where are you calling from?
Yes, I'm visiting different groups just to make my decision which one to stay because I've been of course my name is Julio and I am an alcoholic and
Where are you calling from?
Caracas, Venezuela.
No way. You're in Caracas?
Yes,
I used to buy cocaine there and then ship it across the ocean to Florida.
is that right?
It was a good place to buy it in the 1970s. I don't know why we didn't go to prison for that one, but and how long are you sober?
No, I went to AA in Caracas 20 years ago, and
Oh, yeah.
I kept sober 1 year. And 20 years ago, after that 1 year, I went again to drinking. I've been drinking for the last 20 years, and I only have been sober now for 3 days.
So 3 days. He's in from Caracas, Venezuela. Put what's the initial for Venezuela? VEN, VA?
VE.
VE. Okay, Caracas. Spell Caracas out. You know how to spell Caracas, Caitlin? Well, look it up in the dictionary. Okay, put him in there for Caracas. Unless somebody else knows how to spell it. Do you know how to spell it, Lydia? You're a smart girl.
CARACAS.
Oh, there's one more time, please.
CARACAS.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, glad you're here. Hang out, don't go anywhere. All right, so let's see. Let's do, so you, Chaz, you're on step one. Who else is on? Oh, okay, you're gonna go back to step one, Chaz, and did you do your second half of step one? Have you? Don't just shake your head, yes or no. No, well, you should. Who else is on step one in here? Anybody? Okay, so Chaz, go into the step one room and you can go in. Where's Joe? Joe, would you go to the step one room with Chaz? Is that okay?
Sure.
Okay, go over, get her started on the second half. So Chaz, move yourself into the step one room. Matt's gonna help you. When Joe's gonna go with you. And then silence. Are you sure you'll be able to do it without having a lot of interference? Okay, good. Let's go to Manny. 8 and 9. No, you're good. Manny's good. 11, 12. Zach. Okay, where's Zach? Oh, there it is. Okay, Zach needs the instructions for step 4. So, Sam, would you go to step 4 room and Zach, move yourself into step 4 room, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Ryan needs to do a 5th step. Matt, would you go to 5th step for men along with Ryan, 5th step for men? Okay.
Yeah,
And
I
then
don't
Zach,
think I can assign myself. How do I do that?
okay, well, somebody put him in there, would you please? Ron, put him in.
I got it.
Okay. And Ryan, go to the 5th step. 5th step for men. Okay. 8 and 9, excellent. Who's on 8 and 9 now? Lydia? Ephraim? Ron, you're past 8 and 9. And Manny. Is that right? Manny? Lydia? Ephraim? 8 and 9. Sarah's 11 and 12. You 8 and 9 guys stay here with me. Okay. Julio. Who's on 11 and 12? Sarah. Sarah, you're on 11 and 12. So Sarah, I think what we're gonna do with you is have you go to, excuse me for a second. Have you go to the sober up room with Jeff and help out there, okay? Can you do that? Sarah, turn your camera on. I always like to have you guys turn your cameras on, be present. Oh, did she go already? Okay, so here we go. Steps 8 and 9. You guys turn your, let me see, where are you? Here, I'm gonna make you guys co-hosts. Co-host. So we're talking about 8 and 9 in here. I'm gonna make you a, okay, you're a co-host. Lydia, did I make you a co-host? Yeah, okay. And you're a co-host. So unmute yourself. That is, yeah, Lydia, Efren, and Caitlin, unmute yourself. All right, cool. So 8 and 9, this is the step where we make a list of people we need to make amends to. Now the thing about amends, some people say it comes from the term mending of fences, or bridging the gap. So when in your list of people that you're going to make amends to, everybody doesn't have to be somebody that you feel like you screwed over or you owe an apology to. It could be people that you lost contact with, like we all have that, right? And they were like maybe a really good friend, because of your drinking, you stopped. And now you're like, God, and you're thinking about them, say, I should talk to. So like, Caitlin, do you have somebody like that? That's just like,
I am such a loner that no, I really don't. Everybody on my amends list, some people that are so close to me. Like it's my mom, my dad, my sister, my ex-husband, his new wife. Like things that are yeah. Things that are just not fun. But I don't
well,
think
let's talk about this then for a second. So so how long were you drinking for?
4 years.
You drank for 4 years. How old are you now?
I'm 30 or I'm 37. I'll be 38 this year.
Okay. And so how much were you drinking?
For 4 years, I was drinking daily.
How much?
Like a 12-pack of White Claw every night.
What percentage alcohol is that?
Like 5%. It's pretty good.
That's pretty good. Yeah. I used to drink White Claws too.
Good.
White Claw.
We don't usually term things like White Claw as pretty good, because it got you into Alcoholics Anonymous.
Sorry.
And you're now suffering from, a disease of the mind, spirit, and body. So it's like, as long as we think of it as that was great, we're doomed to go back to it when times get tough. The problem is with alcoholism, right? It kicks your ass. Did you get your ass kicked by it or not?
Yeah, I lost my job.
Oh, and yeah, is that it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not trying to give you a hard time, and stay with me on this. So, I still have my looks. That's good. Yep, because what they say in AA is, well, you'll make a good-looking corpse. I mean, if you're drinking a 12-pack of that stuff a day, that's rocket fuel.
And the problem for me, and
Yeah.
I'm not like therapy, like we shouldn't be talking about our own issues, but for me, I was waking up and then just having a drink to be able to like go back to the status quo, almost like just to be able to be baseline.
Be normal.
I,
Yeah,
I
well, listen,
well-
you don't have to worry about that in what we're talking about today. We're talking about the ninth step. So you don't have to worry about whether or not this is therapy or not. It is not. This is AA, all of that. But you have to talk about this at some point. You know, the illusion, the AA book talks about it. It says the illusion that one day, somehow, some way, we will be able to drink like normal people again has to be smashed. Okay. So, you know, when you or Caitlin say, yeah, that stuff was great. Really, how fucking great was it? Where did it put you? And where will it put you? You know, what's the end road here? I mean, when you end up in AA, okay, it's not the greatest place in the world to end up. It's like the end of, you know, that song, The End of the Road. Who sings that? Who sings that, Naaman? It's
Jim
you're at the end.
Morrison.
What's that?
Morrison, wasn't it?
No, that's
The
another
Doors?
one. This is the end. No, let's see. It might be the band. I don't, never mind. Doesn't matter who sang. But this is the last house on the block. It's the caboose of the train. It's not like people come to AA because, oh, this will be great socially. I'm thinking no, it's like we don't, that's what we call it Alcoholics Anonymous. We don't fucking want people to know that we got so bad we ended up here.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Okay.
and when I said great, I wasn't meaning that like as in a good thing at
I
all.
know what you meant. I only have 47 years sober. I know everything.
Okay. Just making sure.
I am all knowing. Okay, wait. So you have 14 days. See, the thing of it is, here's the thing, is sometimes when people start to get feeling too good, too fast, it's slightly dangerous. So
That's the thing. That's why I don't want to do step. Me and you were talking earlier. That's why I don't want step 8 and 9 yet, because I want to have at least like 100 days, something.
No. You're going to be done by 100 days. But just trust me on this. Listen up. So do you have what's your first easiest amend? Person you have to talk to.
My mom and dad.
Okay, are they the easiest ones to talk to?
Yes.
Okay, have you written a letter to them? Do you have it
I
in?
started, but I have not written it all out.
Okay, so do you have my email?
I don't think I do have your email.
Okay, so it's here, I'll type it up in chat for you. This is how we do it, okay? We do it, hang on for a minute. Hey, have you ever been in AA before?
I have not.
You've been to treatment before, detox?
Never.
Arrested for DUI? Oh, you lost your job. That's a good one.
Lost my job. Isn't that like enough credibility? But no, I've never been to AA. I've never.
Well, you're here now.
Don't beat yourself up. I'm taking FMLA because I can't function, and I would have lost my job if I hadn't done that.
Don't talk. Let's just let her talk. So, yeah, you could beat yourself up. It's fine. This is the place we do it. So I want you guys to get to the base level of this isn't like this ain't no disco. It's not any fooling around. It's a pretty serious, deadly illness, and it kills everybody. Very few people make it out of alcoholism. If you guys are sitting in here at 14 days, you're pretty damn lucky, especially for the amount that you were drinking. And so you lost your job. What kind of job was that?
I was the accounting manager for a small mortgage company.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they fired you, why?
Well, I just stopped showing up, honestly.
I used to get fired for drinking. So they'd come in, I would always be doing a great job. I got fired for not showing up too. But they'd come in and they'd say, here's your check, you're fired. And I'd be like, why? And they say, well, they'd open my drawer and there'd be bottles in there. And they say, that's why. And I said, yeah, but everybody drinks and takes drugs here. And I'd say, yeah, everybody drinks. And they said, but not the way you do. And I also used to, what?
For me, it was a little different. It wasn't that I was drinking on the job. It was just that every time I drank, like I was trying to get to that baseline.
Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't say never, but it wasn't that I was being like super drunk ever, but I was just having that enough so I'm lazy and not doing the things that I should have. So eventually, I probably fired 2 years ago, honestly.
Right. So let's go back to mom and dad. That letter. So the thing when you do these writings, some people, when they make fun of us, they call it the apology tour. So you want to start out with something to the effect of, I've been as you know, I've been attending Alcoholics Anonymous meetings for the past, and I've been sober for the past 14 days. And part of the AA program is to make a direct amends to people that we have harmed. And, you know, mom and dad, my drinking I know that I've hurt you with it and have been not the greatest, daughter in the world, but I would like to do whatever I can to make amends to you both. So if there's anything that I could do for you, please let me know. And that is the essence of the amend. We don't use the word apologize. We don't go on emoting all over the place. They know what you did. They know what the story is. People around us, they know what our drinking is like, even though we were in a blackout. So, I mean, that's kind of, you work your amend around that kind of text. And this goes for Lydia, and it also goes for Efren. All right. So, and you want to pray a little bit before you write it out, and then send it over to me in an email, and I'll write you back on it.
Send it over to you.
What's that?
I said I'll definitely send it over, but with my mom and dad, they know exactly what I'm going through. Like they know that I'm doing this. They're in this with me to some like part of it. So it's like,
no, just forget about it. You're not going to shortcut this. You need to either say this to them in person in a formal way or write it to them in an email.
Okay.
Just the way we talked about it. So so there you go. That would be the start for you. Okay, over to Efren. What do you got? Yeah, I know you sent me one. Should I look at it? Let me see. Where the hell is it? I know you sent it to me in an email.
Yeah.
Hang on here for a sec. Where am I? Excuse me, please. Crap. Oops. Okay, Efren. Efren here. Okay, so you don't mind? Do you mind if I read this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Let me see. Let me just see. Okay, so it starts out right. I'll stop if it's something sensitive. I've been attending AA meetings. There it is. You listen to this, kids. I've been attending AA meetings. Part of the program is to make amends to people we have harmed. And I know I've harmed you through my drinking. There it is, by lying, cheating, and using you. I made choices I made, always thinking I was always blaming you, not your fault. It's fully you. Okay, you were good to me. I do not. I'm responsible. I like it. I've learned lots about myself. Started my sobriety journey. I like this. Okay, I'm going to write to you back because you're saying some of the same things twice. So you're beating yourself up in here a little bit. So I'm going to write you back and cut all of that out. We just need to get to the bottom line. Let me know if there's anything that I can do to help you. That is perfect. That's the source of the amend. That's the big part. The amend, guys, is about them. It's not about you. It's about letting them off the hook. These family members have been on the hook because they've watched you drink, they watched us suffer, and they're like, oh my God, it makes them crazy. So we have to realize that they are in that state, even though they say that they're not. So we put them in that state through our own alcoholism. So it's what I call, you have to ease them down and let them off the hook. So we don't have to completely relive the horrors for them. They know. Yeah. So, all right. How's that, Efren? I'm going to write you back on that. That's a good start. We want to cut down the amount of, and I did this and I did that and I did this and I did that. We don't have to do that because they already know, and we don't want to re-traumatize them. All right. All right. And then, but good job. You're moving along. So Lydia, you still have to send, you haven't sent me.
No, I'm almost done with it. I'll send it to you. I almost had it ready. But then we had to jump on the meeting, so I'll send it to you right after this.
Who are you writing to? Who's
My
your
aunt.
first? This is your first one? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the easy one.
This is the easy one that we talked about today. Yeah. Just to rip the Band-Aid off, I guess.
Well, once you get going through the 9th step, I think it gets a little easier and you start to feel better. I'll ask Sam. Sam, making your way through the 9th step, did it relieve the pressure for you or not? You're muted. Yep. You're still muted, Sam. He's talking to somebody, never mind. Okay, Rebecca, how about you?
I'm right here. Can you hear me?
Okay, so then your 9th step, how was it? Now you're muted. Go ahead, Rebecca.
My 9th step personally was not such a big relief because for me, it was people that I was very close with and they kind of knew what was going on, and they kind of expected it because I didn't get very emotional about it, as we shouldn't.
Did they do any better?
Did they do any better? Yes.
Are they any better?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
How so?
Just watching me in this program. So it's really walking the walk rather than the talk for me, but you also have to talk it with them.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
How about you, Naaman? Your 9th step, what was the experience for you there?
It was really challenging because some of the Naaman grateful to be a recovering alcoholic. It was really challenging because some of it brought up a lot of emotional feelings and responses in me, and then there's obviously people like I didn't want to contact. I've been trying to do this for myself, for a couple of years now, so it's kind of removed from it. So this kind of brought up like having to try again. It was a little difficult, but then after I started doing them, it gave me some weird kind of things because like some of them said like, oh no, you're good, you don't have to worry about it, like we just miss you coming around, you should come around more, come on out, do karaoke again or something. And it's like, no, that's not why I'm here. And then there are other good things though, like I got tacos to go out, I got tacos to go and rekindle a relationship maybe, but yeah, it was very difficult for me, but it was good.
All right.
Releasing.
Well, it's good. Okay. Did it end up good in the end here or what, or not?
I am still sober and I'm still here, and now I'm
How about them?
Great. Yeah.
How about them?
Most of them are not, but
they're not. They're not because of you or because of what?
It had nothing to do with me while they're drinking.
Oh, they're drinking. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, hang out here for a minute. How about you, Ron? You made some amends to different people. How did that go? So you notice we're getting different experiences.
I'm an alcoholic. The ones that I've made thus far went very well. I was apprehensive about doing it, but everybody has been supportive. The two or three that I thought might say, "Oh, you could do this or you could do that for me," did not. They were glad and enjoyed that I was on the pathway to sobriety. I mean, they knew very well how I was
Give me
acting.
an example of one person.
Uh, my best friend that I lived with for like 13, 14 months while I built my home. Of course, like I told well, I've shared with all of them how it went yesterday. He said, "Hey, everything's good. I'm just glad to see you're sober. You act much better when you're sober." Because I was a smart ass
You know,
and
I have to tell you, Ron, I had a lot of that. I had a lot of my friends that I went to, they were really glad I was sober, quit drinking and were, 100%. And I think we find that a lot. There were some people that were like, but they were drinking themselves. The drinkers were like, a lot of them were like, "Eh." But Manny, so Manny, you're 8 and 9. So Manny, have you started writing or have you started making your amends yet? You're down in Brazil, right? Yeah.
No, I haven't started. I just reading that now and hearing everyone. No, I
Okay.
did my.
Did you get the instructions on the 8th and 9th step yet or not?
Oh, I've just got them now.
Oh, only here. Okay, so we need to make sure tomorrow when you come, we'll put you in a breakout room with Ron and he can go over the process of how to do the 8th and 9th step, okay? But
I'm in the hospital.
you're kind
Yeah,
of
I'm at the
here.
hospital tomorrow, so I'll be back on Thursday.
What's that? Okay, Thursday's fine. Whichever day you're here. Say what? I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Oh, I said cool.
Oh, okay, good.
That's fine. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no, you're welcome. Hang out. Okay, so back over to, I'm sorry, Sam. So your experience in the 8th and 9th step, how did it go for you?
Oh, 8 and 9. So for me, 8 and 9 really made it, I guess, more about taking myself and my actions and not making it about me. Um, whether it was a direct amends to the people I love, like my wife, my kids, my mom, my sister, my brothers. I had to take myself out of the situation because I was very not just like resentful, but kind of like, geez, I felt like when I realized what I was doing, I felt like I was a narcissist because I was blaming everyone else for what I did, but not outwardly so. It was almost like I had to dig the surface and find the root of it. It was like a eye-opening, like profound moment for me because I had to really understand that yes, I thought I blamed myself for all the problems in my life, but in truth, I was giving myself the excuses not to take responsibility. So when I started the amends process, it
Well,
was
give me an
painful.
example of one amend that you made.
Yeah, my biggest I think was to my wife because that really started the process for me. Because for a long time, my wife was trying to get me to go to AA. My wife was trying to commit to a program,
So
commit to
what did
sobriety.
your amend sound like to her?
So originally it was very long-winded, but after speaking with you, I decided to make it more concise rather than hashing out old stuff and making an apology tour like you like to say.
So what did you say?
I had joined AA, was committed to my sobriety. Part of being in AA was making amends, genuine amends, and moving forward, I was going to commit myself to a life of away from alcohol.
Sam,
Short.
can I ask-
Caitlin, go ahead.
okay. So for your kids,
No, wait. Who's talking
right?
here? No, don't say anything. You listen. Keep going.
Okay. That was it to my wife. That was the final amends letter to my wife. The original one was very long-winded, as I don't know if you recall. It was a few months ago. That one I kind of like went over. Hey, I want to apologize. I'm trying to make a difference. It was almost like rehashing the old issues that we had with each other regarding not just alcohol, but like the yelling, the arguing, etc. And it almost sounded like I was just blaming alcohol.
Has that stopped in the home?
Oh yeah, the fighting. Oh yeah, especially when approach her using the steps. That's the beauty of it. I literally ask her to read with me, you know, like daily affirmations. I ask her to read with me. Yeah, I'm not kidding you. And she is very responsive to it because she's an Al-Anon as well now. So she understands the process. So when we're getting frustrated either at each other or the kids or the day or whatever, right? I take the time to ask her to, you know, reach the higher power. You know, we sit down and we pray together. We never used to do that. We used to just literally, if she's frustrated at something, not even at me,
you pray together.
Why aren't you calming down? I was like, oh.
And you do affirmations and you pray together.
Yes, that is correct.
I love it. And she
We never
started
used to do
going to Al-Anon from here. We recommended it to her.
You did?
That's good. See, now there you go. Those are people taking suggestions from the program. 119 days in. So this is you know, Lydia and Caitlin, this is what you have to look forward to. The place where Sam is at if you do really hard work here, or like where Ron is at 131. He's in 10 times better shape, you know, than he was. So that's pretty remarkable. And Joe is in completely much better shape. Yeah, you're in 10 times better shape than before you did your 8th and 9th step. You seem to clear up an awful lot, huh?
I've cleared up I just remember the difference from when I started in here. Very big difference.
Go ahead, explain.
I don't know. Every single thing that I was feeling I'm going to use the word trigger, but I don't mean trigger for alcohol. Everything triggered me for something. It just
set you off.
Yeah. But I just don't respond to that as quickly or for nothing though. I mean, I'd forget something in the car and I couldn't go down to get it, so I'd start crying. Things like that.
You're doing so much better because you had wars going on with boyfriend, daughter, ex-husband, and it all seemed to have stopped.
Well, the daughter stuff is still going on, sort of, but she's 15. It's normal. I think it was me that just wasn't handling it very well.
Yeah, it's two 15-year-olds together in the same room.
Yeah, or she was 15 and mature. I don't know what age I was at.
Okay.
I was just looking at the chat, and Caitlin, I think, is looking for sample letters.
Okay, Ron, did you give her a sample letter? Ron, can you unmute, or what? Are you not?
He just posted one.
Yeah, I posted the sample letter that you had given us.
Oh, okay. So send that directly to
chat now.
So Caitlin, you see it? I don't see anything from Caitlin here.
Oh yeah, sorry, I see it. Yeah, I was asking a different question earlier, but Sam and I talked a little bit, so thanks.
All right. So you just got to hang in here. One of the things that we do, and things that we don't do. One of the reasons we don't exchange phone numbers, especially with new people, we don't want new people calling other people in the group and because what happens is mischief arises. So where we work out all of our issues and all of the step stuff and everything is we actually work it out in the meeting every day, either in a breakout room or right here. And we kind of hold your feet to the fire of actually blazing our way through these 12 steps. Now, it may feel a little difficult in the first 30 days, but I promise you it's not. If you kind of do what I'm telling you to do, you end up like Jeff, or you end up like Sam, who has Yoda behind him. I mean, before he used to have Darth Vader, but not anymore. That's a joke. Okay, let's see here. We have a few minutes left. Oh, what is Matt still with us? Hey, Matt, there you are. Hi, Matt. Hey, Matt, you want to read the promises?
Yeah, sure.
Good job, everybody, today here, incidentally.
Mad Alcoholic. These are the promises on page 83 of the big book. If we're painstaking about this phase of our development, we'll be amazed before we are halfway through. We're going to know a new freedom and a new happiness. We'll not regret the past nor wish to shut the door on it. We'll comprehend the word serenity and we'll know peace. No matter how far down the scale we have gone, we'll see how our experience can benefit others. That feeling of uselessness and self-pity will disappear. We'll lose interest in selfish things and gain interest in our fellows. Self-seeking will slip away. Our whole attitude and outlook upon life will change. Fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. We'll intuitively know how to handle situations which used to baffle us. We'll suddenly realize that God is doing for us what we could not do for ourselves. Are these extravagant promises? We think not. They're being fulfilled among us, sometimes quickly, sometimes slowly. They'll always materialize if we work for them.
All right, thank you. The serenity prayer goes like this. God grant me the serenity
To accept the
accept
things
the
that cannot
things I
change.
cannot change, courage to
Courage to
change
change
the
the
things
things I
I
can,
and
and
the
wisdom to know the difference.
Wisdom to know the difference.
Yeah, you want to talk too?
Okay, how'd it go, everybody? Good? Molly, did you have a good time over there? Are you waving at me saying goodbye or, yeah, thumbs up? Okay, good. And Chaz, good, you got going, good. And Stacy, good, yeah, good. Denny, 59 days, you're welcome to come back here, come for 5 days in a row. Same thing with you, Shade. Jeff, how'd it go over there in the sober up room?
Went very well, and I want to thank everybody for helping me, Stacy and Sarah and everybody.
Yeah.
It works.
Sarah, how'd you like it over there? So you know you're working on that step 12 right there, but you're doing 12-step work with Jeff in there.
I enjoyed it. I'm really excited when the newcomers come in, for sure.
There you go. And 21. That's a girl with 21 days saying that. Yeah. And yeah, it gets I know sometimes it's difficult, especially when you're in around steps 8 and 9, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I know, Ryan, how'd you do over there? You were in the you did your 5th step. How'd that go?
It was good. It's good. We went through
Who did you do it with?
Matt.
Matt. So did you get born again, new, hard?
Yeah, it's something like that. But no, it was great. It was good.
Yeah.
We went through everything. We were able to get through everything that I had to sit out. So
That is so good. So now you'll be ready to do 6 and 7 on tomorrow. That'll be great. All right. And then let's see here. What else is there? Hey, Mitch in Michigan. No, Denny in Michigan. I'm sorry. So Denny, how'd it go? Did you're welcome to come if you want to do the steps with us. Just come for 5 days in a row, and then we'll put you to work.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Yep. This is step workshops. You'll be fine. Molly, how are you feeling? Are you okay?
Yeah, had great input in the sober up room with Jeff and Stacy and Sarah. So thank you for great
And yeah, how are you feeling? How are you feeling? How's your detox going?
I'm excited to get to work. I mean, I know that I'm planning on being here tomorrow. I do have car issues, and so I have to go I can't get the hood of my car down.
You don't need a car to come to. You don't need
I'm going to try to be here.
Hey, listen, you don't need a car to come to this meeting.
Well, I'd like to use my laptop, so I might be at the shop.
Does your laptop have wheels?
No.
What the hell?
Anyway, it was a very good meeting. So thank you to everybody in my.
Well, no, I'm not finished with you.
Oh.
So how is your detox going? Are you 3 days sober, 3 days off alcohol?
Yes.
How are you doing? How's your brain? Are you shaking on the inside or what?
I am not. And I am not, and I'm very pleased with that, Jann. And I'm kind of scared, actually, about what like another week might feel like.
Can I ask you a question here? How much were you drinking a day?
I was drinking a bottle or 2 bottles of wine.
Okay, now have you checked your blood pressure?
My blood pressure, I have not.
Okay, do you have a blood pressure cuff?
I do.
Why don't you check it?
Okay.
Well, do you have it right there?
No, it's tucked away in my closet. Yeah.
Go get it. Let's check your blood pressure.
No,
Have you
no,
checked in?
I'd rather
Have you
do,
ch- Have
I'd
you
rather,
checked in with your, have you checked in with your primary care physician?
yes, I have appointments, with two of my doctors coming up here very soon.
Well, usually on your third day of detox, it's very rough, and that's when people have catastrophic effects. So your mind's telling you, I feel great, and then you blow up. Now, I know this because I ran the alcohol recovery center here in Boulder. I ran the night shift, and I used to see it's like this meeting is like the emergency room of AA meetings, and you are like a primary person who's in the first 3 days of detox, which is the most critical time. So, and especially if you're drinking 2 bottles of wine a day, that's quite a bit. And then when you start to detox when you're older, it can blow you up. So my recommendation to you, and our recommendation in this meeting, is to go and see your primary care physician today, or go over to urgent care or the hospital and have them check you out. Sometimes the worst thing you can do is wait, because then usually on the third day is when people start shaking apart. Are you taking any medications right now?
I am not.
So you're not on anything.
I'm a diabetic, and so I take insulin.
Oh, there you go. Okay.